So the Eagles head to Buffalo to take on the Bills, the team that is holding Darius Slay hostage. Well, guess what? It's time to pay. You been doing kick dig back here. So the Eagles are taking on the team who voted to ban the tush push because they didn't want to put their players in harm's way. Yet they still use it after all their complaining. And this is another team that took Darius Slay in the last 5 games of his career and held him hostage. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, they might have lost 4 Super Bowls in a row, but when you hear things like that, you don't feel sorry for them. I gotta say that. Now, this, depending upon how you're looking at it, could be a huge, gigantic game for the Eagles. If you think the Eagles need to fight for that second seed, then they got to go and win this game. If you think it's more important for the Eagles to go out and get healthy, then it's not as big of a concern to you, okay? But before I do that, let me say this. I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas, great holidays. I hope you're enjoying yourself, your family. You will see me again. You might see me on Saturday. You might not see me until Sunday when we stream the games. But the Eagles, I don't know. I don't know what I want from this game. I'm not going to lie. I go back and forth. I don't think the Eagles will lose to the Bears twice. I really, really don't. But, we'll see. And we'll talk about it in a second. A few reminders, though. No matter what happens and what the Eagles want this game, we are going to get 2 guys back. And this is going to be huge for us. This is going to be very important for us. John Clark wrote this the other day. Good news for Sunday in Buffalo. Jalen Carter and Lane Johnson should both be back. Lane missed 5 straight games with a foot injury, and Jalen has missed 3 games after having a procedure on his shoulders. The Eagles are getting healthy for the final few games heading into the playoffs. Now, I've said this before with Lane Johnson. I think this could end up being a huge blessing. And the reason that I say that is because Lane Johnson being older, you get a little more worn down, a little more wear and tear. And the fact that he's had 5 weeks to not play football, to not take contact, to not get hit, this could make him much fresher for a playoff run, okay? I have my sights set on a playoff run. I got to tell you, right now, some people are going to laugh at this, so be it. This to me could be the Super Bowl matchup right here. It would not shock me one iota if we're looking at Eagles versus Bills in the Super Bowl, okay? And if we take that, in consideration that this whole conference on both ends are wide open, you may get this because these are 2 teams that have some playoff experience, okay? But I got to show you guys one thing I've been experiencing early before anybody else. Check this out. Real quick, Polymarket is the revolutionary prediction market everyone is absolutely obsessed with right now. Not only are you getting early access, but it is legal in all 50 states, 1-cent fees, instant trades, total control. You're trading against people, not the house. If we live look into the Polymarket app right now, and we look at the Eagles-Bills game, the Bills are 56%, while the Eagles are 46% chance of winning. I'm betting Eagles, but let's say you like to wait till later and the market dips to, let's say, 40% for the Eagles. That's your buy-in. You're buying cheap, late, and you ride the momentum. That's not a loss. That's an opportunity. Sports books don't want you to know. Polymarket lets you capitalize instantly. It's incredible. Everyone is going crazy over it. And the most awesome part, downloading the app with my link below using Philly 500 unlocks exclusive early access plus $10 completely free. No deposit, no card, nothing. Don't miss out and join the revolution. Shout out to Polymarket. Appreciate them. I'm loving the app. I hope you guys really take the opportunity and get early access. Now, as I was saying, when you look at the matchup, we're going to have Eagles-Buffalo. this could be a Super Bowl matchup. All right, let's look at the playoff picture in both conferences for a second. Right, in the AFC, here's your seeding. You have the Denver Broncos, a 1 seed. They just lost to the Jaguars. A 2 seed is the Patriots. 3 seed is those Jaguars, and the 4 seed are the Steelers, okay? Those are all division winners. Then you have the 5th seed being the Chargers, the 6th seed being the Bills, and the 7th seed being the Houston Texans. Now, when you look at the AFC, there is no Lamar Jackson in there. There is no Patrick Mahomes in there. There is Josh Allen. But if you take Josh Allen out of it, and maybe you want to consider a 40-something-year-old Aaron Rodgers, which it's hard for me to believe in the Pittsburgh Steelers, but this conference is wide open. You could tell me any one of those teams goes on a run, and it would not surprise me. Buffalo, they've had the experience of playoffs and losses, and now you have Josh Allen with no Mahomes in front of him. I would not be surprised if Buffalo comes out of this. Not surprise me if the Jags came out of it. I mean, it's really going to depend who's hot at the right time. Then when you look at the divisional round, you have the Seahawks, the 1 seed, the Bears, the 2, the Eagles, the 3, the Carolina Panthers, the 4th. Those are your division winners. Then you got the Niners at the 5th seed, the Rams at the 6th seed, and the 7th seed are the Packers. Now, here's what's crazy. If the Seahawks win out, they're the 1 seed. If the Niners win out, they're the 1 seed. Niners and Seahawks have to play each other still. So that could be for a division and a 1 seed, okay? The Eagles would play the Rams right now, and that's one thing I don't like. What I wanted the Rams to be the 5th seed, go to Seattle, knock them off, the Eagles knock off the Bears, and then get home field in the championship game. We may get the Rams way earlier, but I'll tell you what, it looks like we're headed for another showdown in the second round. If the Eagles get to the second round, it's another showdown, it looks like, with the Bears. I don't sweat the Bears the second time. I don't think the Bears are going to beat us twice. I just don't. I don't care if they have to go to Chicago to do it. I really don't think so. Chicago's cold. Eagles are a cold weather team. That doesn't matter. See, these cold weather stuff, and we always talk about the cold weather, that's an advantage for the Eagles, for the Bears, for the Packers. Okay? And maybe Carolina. I don't know how cold it is where they're at, but cold weather matters. It does, in my opinion. Eagles, Bills. It could be a really. It could be the Super Bowl matchup. It would not surprise me. I'm not saying I'm predicting that. I'm just saying it's possible. Everything's possible with these playoffs. Most wide open playoffs I can remember. Okay, and when you look at the Eagles' defense going up against the Bills, right? To me, it's all about Josh Allen. Josh Allen, if you look at his receivers, Joshua Palmer, Gabe Davis, right? He has Khalil Shakir, Brandon Cooks. He's got Keon Coleman. To me, these guys are not great receivers. None of them are star receivers. But Josh Allen has the ability, and he's one of the few quarterbacks that really has the ability to make guys better. And he can do that in the passing game. James Cook, really, really good running back. So, of course, the Eagles are going to have to slow the run down. We're going to need Jordan Davis to have a big game if he plays. Jalen Carter is going to get some reps back. And their offense can move the ball. They can score. It's a great challenge for this defense, right? If you can stop the run game, get pressure on Allen, you'll have a chance. I don't worry about the receivers in terms of talent, but Josh Allen, he can make every throw. So it's going to be quite a challenge for the Eagles when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. I think the defense has a really good challenge this week versus the Bills. I know Josh Allen is a little banged up, but it's a good challenge nonetheless. In terms of the Eagles' offense going up against the Bills' defense, this is where I think the Eagles can continue to build momentum, because I think you can move the ball and score on that Bills defense. It's not the type of Bills defense we've seen in the past. The Eagles have opportunities here. And to me, as I've said for the last 6 weeks, the most important thing for the Eagles is to get that running game going. Get it going and see what you can do once you get to the playoffs. To me, if the Eagles get that running game going, and if it's playing the way it has, let's say, the last 3 weeks, they're going to be tough to beat. Nobody's going to beat them because the Eagles are built for the playoffs. The Eagles have been playing playoff football pretty much all year. And while everybody bitches about the stats, and while everybody's saying, well, you got to get this and you got to do that, you know what? I got to tell you, the Eagles, they play playoff football. What is playoff football? In my opinion, the playoff football is about running the ball, playing good defense, and not turning the ball over. Those three things sprinkled in with a quarterback making plays and throws when he has to make them, to me, that's what you need in the playoffs. And I think the Eagles have done all that well in the past. They did it well last year. They've struggled with that run game, but it's starting to get going, and I think it can continue with the Buffalo Bills defense. So I think you're actually going to get both teams moving the ball. We'll see what the weather's going to be. Some people are talking snow. That could play a factor in the score as well. And I just want to see really overall how much the Eagles are putting into this. How much do they really care about that 2 seed or the 3 seed? Like, are they okay at the 3 seed and say, yeah, we would love the 2 seed, but we're not going to go get guys hurt over it. We'll be okay with a home playoff game, then a road game, and then hopefully we'll get the championship game at home, something like that. I don't know. We're going to see. But when I look at this game, I do think the Eagles are going to continue to roll. I think the Eagles, yes, they don't need this game as much as the Bills, but I think they're going to hang around. I think the offense is going to continue to get better and better. And I got the Eagles winning this game 23-20. And I think it's going to come on the redemption story of, I know this is crazy, of Jake Elliott. After a horrible last week, he's going to kick the game winner for the Eagles versus the Bills. And then we'll have to watch that Chicago game, which I'll be streaming Sunday night. And if they beat the 49ers, the Eagles are pretty much a 3 seed. You sit everybody the next week. If the Bears lose to the Niners, then you really have a chance to get that 2 seed with a Bears loss to the Lions the next week. So a lot to look forward to. We will see. It should be interesting. With that said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you had a great holiday. And not sure if I'll see you Saturday, but I'll definitely see you on Sunday. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. So I forgot what seed were the Cowboys again? I can't remember. What were they? 8 seed? Are they the 9 seed? Who are they playing in the playoffs? Oh yeah, they played those bums from Washington all Christmas, and they got one more game. Who cares about them? They're irrelevant. They stink, and they're nothing more than the Cleveland Browns. I just thought I'd say it, just to remind everybody. Denzel Washington out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.